Welcome to Google Radio, the voice of future.
From the heart of the world, are you listening and enjoying Google Radio? No matter what, keep your faith and values. Keep your trust and empathy. Google Radio, the voice of future.
Thank you very much. Thank you للمشاهدين بتاعنا اللي انضموا لنا من كل اتجاهات بلسن لنا في فقرة البرنامج بتاعنا في راديو بودكاست جوجل راديو اونلاين لايف ستريم. انا بس داري يقول انه موضوع بتاع insecurity في السودان طبعا جيجري ووس وبرضه كمان عندنا يعني ترافيك كمان اكسيدنت ترافيك بقى مو يعني انا بدي كوندولنس بتاعنا لاسر الناس اللي هم فاتوا في خلال الاسابيع الفتره دي كله الاسبوع ده برضه كمان يعني حاجات حصل كثير ما كويسه في البلد بتاعنا بتاع السودان. فانا طبعا دار الناشد انه نتكلم في الموضوع ده لانه قبل ما اننا بنبدا في موضوع دي التفاصيل يعني بنسمع ريبورت من الزميل بتاعنا جيمس مدرما هو طبعا بريزنتر بتاع راديو بتاع اي راديو في جوبا وطبعا ودنا معلومات وانا برو استمع مع بعض.
Ministry of Information and Communication, Central Equatoria State, 22nd of July 2026, for immediate release. Condemnation of ECOBAS ambush and reassuring of security safety between Juba and Bor Road. The Ministry of Information and Communication in Central Equatoria State is deeply saddened to inform you about the incident that occurred this morning at 10:30 a.m. in Mogiri Boma by a non-criminal who ambushed an ECOBus traveling from Bor to Juba. That led to the loss of the driver that was driving the ECOBus. The government of Central Equatoria State strongly condemns this act, and the government is committed to ensuring that those responsible for this act are held accountable for their action. Our security forces are working tirelessly to identify and bring those responsible to justice. The current security situation in Juba Bor Road is reported to become. Our security agents have increased their monitoring efforts to prevent any further of such incident from happening. We want to assure the public and the people of Central Equatoria State that we will take every step possible to maintaining law and order within Central Equatoria State. We encourage all our citizens to continue with their daily life as usual. However, we also urge our citizens to remain vigilant and report any security threat that you may notice, as security is a collective responsibility that we can all play. Your cooperation is crucial and important in making sure that we have a safety state for all of us. The government of Central Equatoria State extend its heartfelt condolence to the family of the driver who lost his life in this senseless attack. We understand the pain that the family is going through in this difficult moment, and the government of Central Equatoria State send condolences and stand with you in this hard time. Rest assured, the protection of our citizens, security remain the top priority of Central Equatoria State government. We will continue to do everything in our power to create a safe and ensure environment of Central Equatoria State is safe from any threat. Thank you so much, Honorable Nyarsu Patrick James, Minister of Information and Communication, Central Equatoria State.
Yes, thank you very much. I think the James Madrama report في الموضوع ده إنه accident اللي حصل في سيكا طبعا قلنا في محاولة لأنه سنقدر ندي فاسيليتيت في reason why the insecurity في البلد بتاعنا بقى too much إنه يعني بقى worse. So أنا طبعا بدنا نقول إنه هو responsible يعني مو بكون responsible في حاجة الحاصل ده يعني دي يعني كنت الناس بقى يسأل نفسها تتوما انه منو المسؤول في حاجات القاعدة حاصل كل يوم بتقاتلوا ناس في سكة وقاتلوا ناس في طرق مختلفة وقاتلوا ناس يعني باسلوب ما كويس يعني زي تايجت ناس معينين يعني دي بقى حاجة يعني كومن في ساوث السودان in the moment. فأنا طبعا بدي كوندولينز بتاعنا لأسر الناس اللي فقدوا في خلال الأسابيع الفوتوا دي زي ما أنا ذكر قبل في مر بتاع حادث دي يعني كمان بنحاول نقول لكم ستوري طبعا دي حاجات دي طبعا جاب بواسطة باور اننا ما قادر اعرفوا السبب بتاعه جاء من وين فسو the reason why انه موضوع ده طلع كده دي لانه دي اسباب بتاع insecurity في South Sudan. وطبعا they more difficult sometimes for the people. You know, accident happened in the Yambi Road as well, kill a lot of people, and also in Bor there is a accident happened there as well. Also, the accident, traffic accident in Yambi Road. I think with me now, my colleague. Senior Sabid, Senior, welcome again in Google Radio. Welcome. Welcome, Senior. Yeah. Welcome, Senior. I think you have some issue a little bit. James Madonna, welcome again. Just we're briefing about what happened in your report. You're talking about the insecurity in Ball Road. So we need to know exactly what is going on in our country in the moment, because a lot of accident happen in different way, especially Yambi Road. There is accident happened a couple of weeks ago, kill one of the whole family as well. And also there is accident happened the traffic as well. There's a traffic accident, kill a lot of students, come from Uganda, something like that. So you and Juba, guys, can you tell us exactly what is going on in our country? James.
Yes, thank you, Simon, for having me. It was yesterday in the afternoon when we had that particular information that one of the bus traveling along that Juba Bore Road came into that attack, and at first, but later the management of that Eco bus came on board, and clearly, you know, yes, the bus got involved in that came under attack, and lucky enough, all the passengers are saved. Only that their driver sustained some gunshot injury, and at the moment, the driver is receiving treatment. And this morning, I did really take the opportunity to check whether there's a new development in regards to the incident that happened yesterday. But from yesterday's event, yes, indeed, it's confirmed. The bus came under that attack, and one person was injured along that Juba Bo Road. And particularly, there's a place called Mugri. And Mugri is not far away from that Juba town. It's just a few kilometers, less than, is it 30 or 25, something like that. And in regards to what happened in Uganda, yes, it was last week in Kachora district, where one of the school bus went for a tour. The bus again overturned, killing that 21 individuals on board, and those 21 individuals on board, 20 of them are students or pupils, and one teacher. But after 1 or 2 days so, the death toll increased to that's at 24. And out of the victims, some happens to be South Sudanese pupils. And of course, we know Uganda and South Sudan have a very good relationship, and that's why some parents, because of the education system, decided to take their children there for further studies. And that's not the only incident in particularly Uganda. Last week alone we had a couple of reports, media reports, indicating that yes, buses are overturning and others are colliding along the major highways of Uganda.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Senior, can you tell us, please, exactly what information you know about the kids dying, 9 kids or 21 kids die in bus accident?
Sorry?
Yeah, I need you to give me feedback a little bit about the student dying in the bus accident.
The pupils.
Yeah, the pupils, yeah, the student. Because there's one of the singers named Kofi J's daughter as well is passing in this accident as well. We give condolences for her and his family as well in Yambio. And this accident happened is very, very sad. So, Senior, are you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you. Yes, indeed. Indeed, the incident that happened in Kapchora district, that's in eastern Uganda, unfortunately got children of South Sudan, that's children on board. And according to the report we have received so far, that she's having 3 kids, and one died instantly, and the other ones are, receiving treatment. In fact, it's really disturbing, and that can be confirmed through also social media posts. Sunday community coming on board to also stand in solidarity with what's happening. And artists in South Sudan, for example, the likes of Lady Kola, taking it also on social media, expressing, solidarity to what had happened to our sister and renowned artist, Sweet J.
Sweet J, yes. Yeah, thank you very much, Madama, for your information. That's very sad. Just we give from the family of Google Radio, we just will give our condolences for the all people what happened there. Especially the accident happened. This make people very sad in this last week until now. So we need to go further. We just need to discuss about the insecurity in South Sudan. The moment is getting worse, as you and your report we saw before. You're talking about the accident in the ball, the killing people, killing the driver, killing a lot of people there. We don't know. Couple months, 2 months, I think, back in Yambia Road as well, there is accident there. I have one of the colleague name called Ida Juma is passing in there. They kill him. So in the road. So can you tell us what is the government of South Sudan doing in this situation like this? Go ahead. Okay, Senior, can you add yourself? Now you can't understand what I'm saying. Jones, can you give me a little bit feedback, or you don't understand?
Samuel, are you getting me?
Yeah, I get you 100%, but I'm asking question for another colleague, Senior said it, so I don't know if you didn't get me. I can't hear you. Maybe you'll be unmuting your. You see, I'm mute. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Madonna. Just James, can you tell us what's the government doing about the insecurity now in the moment? Because all the place is very scary.
Well, let me take for example Central Equatorial State. When the incident happened yesterday, we reached out to the information minister, that's Honorable Patrick James, And first, we learned that, of course, along this highway, there are security personnel deployed, and as such, immediately after the incident, the security personnel rushed to the scene to the passengers that got involved into this accident. Then number two, this morning as well, the leadership of Central Equatorial State also took on social media to condemn the attack, what had happened, and promising that they will do what they can to bring, the perpetrators on board. And regarding some other security issues, yes, there was some other displacement and clashes between SSPDF and the UPDF in Kajukeji, and lasted for more than a week now. But yesterday, Governor Emmanuel Adil Anthony traveled with some senior government officials to Kajukeji. And according to the report we are getting, Emmanuel Adil will hold that meeting with his counterparts, especially from West Nile district of Arua, Yumbe, Koboko, Achumani, and Moyo, to get first-hand information and see how best the two sisterly country can, live in peace, because during the clashes, yes, civilians were displaced. And this is not the first time citizens are saying, yes, Uganda and South Sudan, you can see President Salva Kiir and President Yoweri Museveni Kaguta have a good relationship. Now, if there are issues related to borders, why can the top leadership, sit down and resolve? Because these are national matters. Border issues are always can be best handled by the national government according to the mandate. So there are questions along that line as to why the government has even taken long to intervene. Citizens were displaced, and the governor went yesterday. You could imagine all this while we have been talking to the commissioner and some army officials at the capital Juba here, and others trying our best to get reliable information. But still, the question is, this is not the first time such incidences are happening. What are the long-term solutions? And we'll
Yes. Yeah, we have a difficult little bit the network.
State, what exactly happened?
Yeah, Madonna, thank you very much. Just we need to go quick a little bit for my colleague again, Senior. Senior, I don't know, something is going on with his link. Just we're going to listen to a report today. You report from
Ministry of Information and Communication, Central Equatorial State, 22nd of July 2026, for immediate release. Condemnation of ECOBAS ambush and reassuring of security safety between Juba and Bor Road. The Ministry of Information and Communication in Central Equatorial State is deeply saddened to inform you about the incident that occurred this morning at 10:30 a.m. in Mogiri-Boma by a non-criminal who ambushed an ECOBAS traveling from Bor to Juba. That led to the loss of the driver that was driving the ECOBAS. The government of Central Equatorial State strongly condemned this act, and the government is committed to ensuring that those responsible for this act are held accountable for their action. Our security forces are working tirelessly to identify and bring those responsible to justice. The current security situation in Juba Bor Road is reported to be calm. Our security agents have increased their monitoring efforts to prevent any further of such incident from happening. We want to assure the public and the people of Central Equatoria State that we will take every step possible to maintaining law and order within Central Equatoria State. We encourage all our citizens to continue with their daily life as usual. However, we also urge our citizens to remain vigilant and report any security threat that you may notice, as security is a collective responsibility that we can all play. Your cooperation is crucial and important in making sure that we have a safety state for all of us. The government of Central Equatoria State extend its heartfelt condolence to the family of the driver who lost his life in this senseless attack. We understand the pain that the family is going through in this difficult moment, and the government of Central Equatoria State send condolences and stand with you in this hard time. Rest assured, the protection of our citizens, security remains the top priority of Central Equatoria State government. We will continue to do everything in our power to create a safe and ensure environment of Central Equatoria State is safe from any threat. Thank you so much, Honorable Nyarsu Patrick James, Minister of Information and Communication, Central Equatoria State.
Yes, it's fantastic. I think this your report earlier. We talked about this report before, and just before we finish our talk show, just we need to go back a little bit about what happened in KGKG between South Sudanese army and Uganda's army. The clash happened between them, because until now we don't know exactly what the reason clash opened for. We know that there is agreement between South Sudan and Uganda. It is a protocol between them, they share, but I don't know exactly what is the reason for the clashing. Can you just feed us this a little bit, some information about this thing? Go ahead, Madrama.
Well, at the moment, what really triggers the latest clashes between the SSPDF and UPDF remain unknown. But like Manuel Adil is already leading a high-level government delegation to that's Kajukeji and later on to that Rua, and have healthy conversations and honest conversations with the team there. But looking back at the previous clash, like I said, this is not the first one. There's a place called Nyaingamuda. Nyaingamuda, authorities from Uganda are saying it belongs to Uganda. Meanwhile, that particular place at the moment, it's occupied by South Sudanese, and they have erected buildings, they have farms, and there are those who can better tell, stories of Nyaingamuda. Now, because of that, last year, at the beginning of this year, this alone, generated a heated debate, and that tension resulted into a physical, or erupted into a military confrontation between the two countries. And still, when the civilians were displaced from the area, there was assurance. The former CDF, that's General Atur Juang, went even to Kampala and held, bilateral talk with the Ugandan leadership, especially the army. And there was other assurances, these things happen because of misunderstanding, and we have a rich history between South Sudan and Uganda, and the issue were among, some few individuals deployed in the field. That's not our position as a country. Yeah, there was a hope, but of course, it has not even taken like a year. Another one happened here. So let's clearly monitor. And it's not really far away from the issue of border. Since South Sudan gained its independence, we have seen in Nadapal, same thing happening in Ngomoromo, that's in eastern Equatoria, Magui particularly. We have seen at the end of Ethiopia and South Sudan, Gambela region, there's also a land dispute in Upper Nile State, yes, Ethiopia, and Unity State. We have seen places, like almost got, South Sudan and Sudan into a serious conflict. The whole border of South Sudan with its neighbor remain, under a serious security threat. And Kajukeji is also one of them right here. And it's not far away from land,
Yeah.
related dispute. Yeah. And of course, at the end of the day, you'll find that it is the civilians that are displaced. It is
Yes.
the civilians that pay, the price.
Yeah, that's right. But Ramos, thank you very much for this all information. That's why we need it now in this time in the moment. Just before we hand in, I need to ask you about the migration crisis in South Sudan. There is more illegal migration. We don't like to compare ourselves with Southern African people. They chase all the migration out from the country, but we need to know exactly the illegally and legal immigration in South Sudan. Can you just tell us just something a little bit about them?
Are living illegally, and there are those also who manage to find their way illegally, and at the moment they're also staying in South Sudan. Some months back or years ago, the immigration department took an initiative of finding or hunting down especially those who get into the country. And that did not really last for long. The initiative is stopped. And as such, issues that are happening, for example, in South Africa are not really happening in South Sudan. You'll find that people are mingled here together. You'll find a foreigner having a healthy relationship with South Sudanese. And Juba alone contains, nationals from, I can say, the rest of the world. You'll find Americans here. You'll find, citizens from other African nations right here. So people are not really so hesitant, or these issues of xenophobia. It's not really happening in South Sudan. Yeah.
Yeah, but there is, because we got a lot of complaints. Some people talking about the especially the business people, most of them from foreigners. So the South Sudanese is very few in the business sector. Can you just tell us in this corner, please?
Well, it's true. If you moved around markets of Juba, Konyo, you go to custom, and even up to residential areas. If you see those individuals operating in those shops, you can clearly see these are, foreigners. But at the end, these are not just individuals who forcefully, decided to settle. They have agreement, especially with the landlord and the authorities, that okay, because if you take a look at some South Sudanese who have interest in business, but at the end of the day, issues to do with the capital is quite challenging. But other foreign nationals, they have union, they have association, and they also have loans, like from their foreign land. That's why some South Sudanese manage, to lease their land and for investment, and it's completely built by foreigners. And opportunities are also given for South Sudanese to manage those businesses. But ideally, issues to do with capital, issues to do with space as well.
Yeah, this is James Madrama. Just we lost him now because our talk show is still continuing from Google Radio Podcast. Before we go And then just say thank you very much, everybody listening to us and joining us now in this talk show. So I would say bye-bye. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
You are listening to Google Radio 24/7. From morning to evening, every day. It's the best traditional culture and entertainment radio online. You can download from Google Player or App Store. Google Radio, the voice.